Hi, I'm Chris Shelton. Welcome from beautiful Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood, coming to you with your DIY Home Remedies Guide to Health, Happiness, and Healing Transformation. Today what I thought I'd talk about is something that's kind of random, but it does affect a lot of people around the world, and that's a blocked tear duct. Also referred to clinically as stenosis. So if it's the eyes, what is the organ responsible for controlling the eyes? The liver. When that liver gets congested, guess what? It affects the collateral channels that lead up into the eyes. On the inner canthus of the eyes where the bladder channel begins, and on the outer side of the eyes where the gallbladder channel ends. And so whenever we have any type of eye disorder like floaters or flowery vision, detached retina, we always have to go back and look at one of the main organs, which is the liver. But with stenosis, we can actually help it by actually doing the liver cleansing exercise and the liver healing sound. So these are two of the very basic Qigong practices. Also, we want to watch how much stress that we have as well too. So one of the things that I like to do as well is I like to take a hot compress with Epsom salt. So I take a bowl of Epsom salt and with hot water, and I put a towel in there, a small washcloth in there, and I put the Epsom salt on the towel. Now obviously when I apply this to my eye, I'm going to have my eye closed. And what I do is I put that compress onto the eye itself. And you know what it'll do is actually will pull out any of the imbalances or the infection that might be showing up there causing the blocked tear duct. Also emotionally, if you're somebody that's blocked emotionally from being able to cry, then this could also be the root cause for this blocked tear duct as well too. So again, the two Qigong practices that help with this, number one is the liver cleansing exercise. So we start off with our feet out, shoulders width apart. In our Wuji posture, tucking the sacrum, slightly bending the knees, tip of the tongue gently curls to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth. And then we're going to lightly squeeze the anal sphincter muscle and relax the body. So pulling down the heavens one time, inhale and exhale. All right, so I'm going to hold a ball as I press here. What I want to do is I want to go ahead, I want to focus on the liver and the gallbladder. Now, because the liver controls the eyes and we're talking about a blocked tear duct, what I want to do is as I'm pressing here, I go ahead and widen the eyes, extend the ligaments in the hands, and then I contract, and then I press, widen the eyes, do both sides. So focusing on things that create frustration, resentment for you, or things that are very stressful for you. Maybe you just got done with a big move or a big transition in your life. Those types of things build up inside the body, actually will congest the liver and the gallbladder and be a contributing factor to stenosis. So stenosis, by the way, because we're talking about a blocked tear duct, a stenosis is any time there's an opening that closes. So for example, if you have lumbar stenosis, that's a stenosis or the closing of the opening where the nerve comes out of the spinal canal, which then impinges the nerve and causes pain or numbness, etc. So stenosis, we have stenosis of the artery walls. So whenever you hear that clinical term stenosis, that means that the opening is closing up. All right, so with a blocked tear duct, we want to open that up. Doing this liver cleansing exercise is a great way to do that. Focusing on who's involved, what's involved that creates the anger or frustration for you. And then as you exhale, allow for that to leave like a dark cloud. All right, let's do one more. Inhaling, pressing down, pulling down the heavens one time. All right, and then from here, the liver cleansing sound is shoo, like shouting. So once again, I could place my hands on the liver if I want to, but I really want to focus on this liver. And as I inhale, I want to imagine a green cloud filling up into the liver and the gallbladder. And then as I exhale, allowing for the anger or frustration or resentment to leave like a dark cloud. Now I could do the sound audibly or I could do the sound inaudibly. So I'm going to inhale, imagining and feeling the circumstance. Exhale. Allowing for that circumstance to leave like a dark cloud. Inhaling. Inhale. And also we could do the sound underneath our breath. So if we have something that frustrates us, instead of suppressing it, which can contribute to a blocked tear duct or stenosis. We let it go. So I inhale. All right, let's do one more, allowing for kindness to take the place of the frustration and the anger. And we finish off by pulling down the heavens one time. Okay, another great practice to strengthen the eyes and also to help to clear out this tear duct that's connected into the liver itself is rubbing the hands together. So we're going to rub, create friction between the palms. And then we're going to place the palms of the hands over the eyes, inhaling. Allow that warmth to flow down into the liver as you inhale, and then exhale. Allow that energy to disperse. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Inhale. Allow for that energy to come in, feel the warmth come in, flowing all the way down to the liver and the gallbladder on the right side of the body, and release. Let's do one more. And release. Okay, we could also go ahead and pinch from the inner, this is where this bladder channel actually begins, what I was talking about at the very beginning of this video. So you could actually pinch, here's bladder 1, here's bladder 2. We can slightly pinch as we go all the way out towards where the gallbladder channel begins. You know, we could also do this. Gently opening up the eyes. You could brush the face, brushing down and down. And another great practice, even though I don't have any hair today, gone tomorrow, is you could actually brush your hair 36 times. So brushing the scalp like that or rubbing the scalp is very good. And the reason why is because this gallbladder channel actually zigzags over the whole entire head. We have the bladder channel that runs bilateral next to the governing vessel that flows down. But then on the sides of the head especially and into the temples, we have that gallbladder channel. So that's why brushing or rubbing the scalp is very good for helping to stimulate and sedating the gallbladder meridian and helping to sedate the liver. Okay, so there you have it. Here's some very basic Qigong practices in order to help with a blocked tear duct, also referred to as stenosis. And simple practice again, making a hot compress with Epsom salt, closing the eyes when you put the hot compress onto your eyes, and make sure that water's not too hot, but taking a bowl of hot water, putting Epsom salt in there and putting it on the washcloth, and then placing that over the eye itself. And you do that a couple times a day. This will help to pull out any toxins that are inside that blocked tear duct. Looking at our emotional state, or maybe do you have a reluctancy to cry? So maybe there's something that's sad that's going on in your life, or maybe you had a recent loss. So taking a look at that too is also being a root cause for this blocked tear duct. But ultimately, when we look at any kind of condition with the eye, the liver is the main culprit for that, so we have to address the liver. So looking at how much stress you have going on in your life, being able to properly address that stress, making sure you get enough sleep. Doing the liver cleansing exercises, the liver move, the liver healing sound. We talk about rubbing the hands together, placing the hands over the eyes and allowing for that warmth to flow down and clear out the liver itself. Also talked about being able to brush or pull the toxins out by pressing on this bladder channel all the way out towards the end of the eyebrows to where the gallbladder channel begins, and also massaging the scalp or brushing your hair 36 times. Also making sure to avoid alcohol, greasy, fatty, fried food, sugars, and processed foods. And make sure that all the food that you have or drinks that you have are warm, and also you could have hot water with lemon every day, or in your room temperature water. Squeeze a whole organic lime in there, drink that throughout the day. This also indirectly will help with stenosis, also referred to as a blocked tear duct. So there you have it, another DIY home remedies guide to health, happiness, and healing transformations, coming to you from a beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood. And until next time, I will see you later.